जलेंगे वक्त के हर मोड़ पे दिए उसके तमाम मंजिलें उसकी हैं रास्ते उसके वही तो था कि जो सुल्तान हर्फ व हिकमत था वही तो था कि जो सुल्तान हर्फ व हिकमत था.
На 17. март годинава во Лондон се одржа 15-тиот Национален мировен симпозиум. Организатор беше Ахмадија муслиманската заедница во Велика Британија, а настанот се одржа во Бајтул Футух џамијата, која е најголем исламски верски објект во Западна Европа. Мотото на собирот беше основи за воспоставување траен мир и на истиот присуствуваа неколку стотици гости од повеќе земји во светот. При тоа пред присутните беше речено дека Ахмадија муслиманската заедница е посветена на воспоставувањето мир и заштита на основните човекови права на сите, каде и да се наоѓаат во светот, а исто така сака да ги признае напорите на оние кои го унапредуваат мирот.
From the very beginning, the idea is that we should get round the people from various countries and speaking various languages so that we can convey to them the real message of peace that Islam presents. And the benefit of that we envisage is that the people can take the message back to their home. So not only in this country, but all over Europe and all over the world. Peace is the most important need of this time. And it is very essential that more and more people are informed about the true picture of Islam. Unfortunately, at this time, the negative, very dark picture of Islam is in front of the people. They know that terrorists in the name of Islam, they are shedding their blood, they are killing the people, they are abducting the children, they are raping the women. All these crimes are made and they say, we do it in the name of Islam, while this is totally wrong. So in order to negate this misunderstanding about Islam, we started this peace conference because once a potent message is given in that, then the message travels. And today we see that representatives of 27 countries are here. So if these 27 countries, their representatives, after listening to what the Supreme Head of the community has mentioned, if they take that message back to their homes, so you can imagine how many countries and how many people will be benefiting from that. So it is like a seed, and we hope, we are very much hopeful that day by day this seed is going into a plant and then a big tree, and all the people of the world, they will be able to benefit from the fruits of this tree. So this whole process of religious conference, the peace conference, is like sowing a seed which we hope will become a very big tree, and the people of the world will come under its peaceful shade one day. This is our hope, this is our desire, and this is our intention.
Освен пренесувањето на пораката за мир во светот, една од идеите за организирање на мировниот симпозиум во Лондон е доделувањето на специјална награда на поединец или организација кои дале придонес во унапредувањето на активностите за мирот. Годинава наградата му припадна на докторот Леонид Рошал, специјалист педијатар од Русија, за неговата долгогодишна посветеност во помагањето на децата во подрачјата каде што има воени случувања или пак тие се загрозени со климатски катастрофи. Докторот Рошал не можеше лично да присуствува на доделувањето на наградата, па во негово име признанието го прими Ангелина Алексеева, негова соработничка. Сепак, преку видео порака доктор Рошал упати благодарност за наградата.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am not a young man anymore, but I am not too old either. Over the years, I had time to reflect on different religions and their impact on the life of humans. And what was my conclusion? I have arrived to the following simple idea. There are no bad religions. Each religion is good in its nature. Unfortunately, there are individuals who abuse religion in order to achieve their own goals. It is important that religions should unite, but we see the opposite today. Instead of bringing people together, they divide them. Even those belonging to the same religion generally may be found to war against each other. I cannot comprehend the current state of affairs when Sunnis and Shias kill each other. More peacefulness is needed. Doing good is necessary. We must eradicate evil. We must eliminate hatred that spoils relationships. There is a need for religions to become kind, and instead of separating people, to facilitate understanding between them. I wish you health and prosperity. May the Lord be with you.
На 15-тиот мировен симпозиум во Лондон своje обраќање имаше и неговата светост, верскиот лидер на Ахмадија муслиманската заедница Хазурот Мирза Масрур Ахмад. Тој се осврна на причините кои најчесто предизвикуваат насилство и воени дејства во светот, при што рече дека сиромаштијата и нееднаквата развиеност на земите не им овозможува на децата да се школуваат и да напредуваат, туку тие се приморани заедно со своите родители да се грижат да ги обезбедат основните услови за да преживеат.
Regrettably, the ruling classes in war-torn or deprived nations are more concerned about preserving their own status and power than helping alleviate the suffering of their people. The result is that those who have nothing come to view their own corrupt leaders with contempt and see the world's major powers as the enemy. Tragically, we are seeing the horrific effects of this in Muslim countries as well. And it is after observing the desperate state of their countries of origin that some Muslims brought up in the developed world have been radicalized and have perpetrated horrendous terrorist attacks here in the West. Hence, I firmly believe that if we truly wish to protect our world and to ensure we leave behind a legacy of opportunity for those who follow us, it is essential that every effort is made to raise the standards of the developing world. Poor nations must not be looked down upon. Rather, we should consider them as part of our family, our brothers and sisters. By helping the developing nations stand on their own feet and by giving their people opportunities and hope, we will actually be helping ourselves and safeguarding the future of the world. Otherwise, we are already seeing that the poverty and destitution in the developing world is negatively affecting the rest of the world as well. Furthermore, as a result of recent terrorist attacks and widespread immigration to the West, there has also been a dangerous rise in nationalism in many Western countries, evoking fears of the dark days of the past. It is particularly disturbing that far-right groups have become increasingly vocal and have seen their membership rise and have have even made political gains. They too are extremists who seek to poison Western society by inciting the masses against those who have a different color of skin or who hold different beliefs. In addition, the rhetoric of certain powerful world leaders has become increasingly nationalistic and belligerent, as they have pledged to put the rights of their own citizens above all others. I do not dispute the fact that it is the responsibility of the governments and leaders to look after their own people and to protect their interests. Certainly, as long as the leaders act with justice and do not infringe upon the rights of others, attempts to better the lives of their citizens is a great virtue. However, politicians are based upon the policies that are based upon selfishness, greed, and a readiness to forfeit the rights of others are wrong and a means of sowing discord and division in the world. If we are to leave behind a legacy of hope for our children and bequeath a peaceful world to our future generations, we, irrespective of our religion or beliefs, need to urgently change our priorities. Instead of being consumed by materialism and a desire for power, every nation, whether rich or poor, must prioritize the peace and security of the entire world above all else. Instead of embarking on an arms race leading to death and destruction, we must join the race to save and protect humanity. Instead of shutting down borders and ports in warring countries, causing for innocent children to be left starving and the sick being deprived of medical treatment, we must open our hearts to one another, knock down the walls that divide us, feed the hungry, and help those who are suffering. In terms of political rivalries, the dispute between the United States and North Korea continues to threaten the peace of the world, and any conflict between the two would also severely impact countries like South Korea, China, and Japan. It is this spirit of forgiveness and benevolence that all nations, whether large or small, rich or poor, need to develop. Only then will long-term peace be attainable. With all my heart, I pray that mankind comes to recognize its duties to one another so that those who follow us remember us with pride and gratitude. Let us look to tomorrow and not just today. Let us save our future generation. May Allah grant us wisdom. I thank all of you once again for joining us here this evening. Thank you very much.
वो अक्से यार था और आईना.
Организаторите на симпозиумот рекоа дека од година во година настанот прераснува во еден од најважните собири во светот, на кој главна тема е мирот и еднаквоста за сите.
So the National Peace Symposium started 15 years ago, so this year is the 15th symposium. The first one was in 2004, and that was after this mosque opened. And the idea of the symposium is to improve dialogue, to improve understanding about faith, and to bring people together from different spheres of life. So over the years we've had many parliamentarians, secretaries of state, ministers, civic leaders, faith leaders, and general people, because we believe the message of peace, that is the message of Islam, is one that is for everybody. And for example, in the past we've had the Mayor of London, we've had secretaries of state attend, different representatives of different faiths, and of course the highlight for us is the speech by His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, the Khalifa of our community. And as you can see today, he has a particular focus on emphasizing on justice for all, because it is only by conveying that message of justice and trying to get people to act with justice that true lasting peace can be delivered to the world. So it's now an international event. We have today, for example, 27 countries here, more than 100 delegations from across the world. So it's becoming a very significant event, not only for the UK but across the world.
Поголем број од присутните на мировниот симпозиум во Лондон прв пат присуствуваа на средбата и рекоа дека се задоволни од она што го слушнале, со што добиле нови сознанија за исламот и за напорите на Ахмадија муслиманската заедница да се проширува пораката за мир во целиот свет.
I'm Joseph de Walker. I work for the Church of England and I report occasionally for News Associates. I'm at the Peace Symposium, I suppose really to find out about what the Ahmadi community in London is all about. And with Islam in the UK growing and such a big part of our kind of national consciousness and culture now, and not always in a simplistic way, often in quite a fraught way, I'm interested in hearing this kind of particular strands of Islam's take on civic and international peace and how religious communities can be a force for peace in the country and around the world. I think 9 out of 10 Britons loves and appreciates our Muslim brothers and sisters and neighbours. I think sadly international politics has fed, there's a kind of a bloody fringe in the UK as in many countries where there's some fear, suspicion, hostility, ignorance, I think, around the Muslim community. And I think that's a shame, but I think events like this where people from all sorts of walks of London life are invited and can participate can only be a good thing in kind of overcoming those barriers. I think most Britons are able to make the separation after a terror attack or something like that between the majority of our Muslim neighbours and between those that would perpetrate violence against us. And I think most Muslim groups are very quick to disavow and to condemn any acts of violence. And I think those sorts of conversations are good for overcoming any fear or suspicion in the national kind of consciousness.
So, hi, my name's Richard Hemming and I'm here because my wife is a primary school head teacher and one of the parents of a child in her school is very active in this community, so we were invited to come and experience it for ourselves. And it was great to hear the speakers tonight. A lot of the issues I was not aware of at all, and in fact I didn't know a lot about this Muslim community either. So being able to learn about those sorts of things in such a friendly atmosphere has been really useful and interesting.
So I'm Luigi De Salvi, I'm the President of Religions for Peace Italy and Vice President of Religions for Peace Europe. we have contact and we work together with these friends of Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Italy and in Europe. It's important a symposium like this. It's now we have a continuity of 15 years, and is an occasion for reflecting and in a deeper way regarding our how to say, the challenge we have to face now, the risks for the peace, and how to respond to this discouraging situation we see with wars in Middle East, in Africa, and so on. And we can appreciate the importance of spirituality, of a good and a correct approach to religion, to serve religion and value, and not to use this for distorted aims. So I think, especially when religions acknowledge each other, respect each other, and cooperate, they can give a great contribution to improving of peace, enlarging the spaces of peace. Of course, we will have always new challenge, new difficulty, but we have to maintain a stable horizon for peace and for justice.
जगा गए हैं ज़माने को रत जगे उसके.
Меѓу присутните гости на мировниот симпозиум имаше и представници од други верски заедници кои во Лондон дошле специјално за оваа прилика.
My name is Father Jason Welly. I'm a Franciscan friar, so a Roman Catholic priest. I live in Rome and I'm a faculty member at the Pontifical Institute for Arabic and Islamic Studies. I teach Islamic studies there. This is my first encounter with the Ahmadiyya community here in Europe. When I was doing my doctorate in Washington, D.C., I knew the Ahmadiyya community because they were very active in promoting interfaith programs in that city. So it was a delight to be invited to the gathering this evening and celebrate the good work that's happening to promote peace. It was a special delight to listen to the words of His Holiness, and the thing that was most striking for me in his discourse was the connection between the importance of caring for the poor, dealing with issues of systemic poverty, and the issue of climate change, how we can't separate those one from the other. When Pope Francis wrote his encyclical on ecology, Laudato Si, this was an important point of His Holiness Pope Francis, that these issues of natural ecology and human ecology are totally connected to each other. So I was particularly pleased to hear words along those lines from His Holiness the Caliph tonight.
My name is Emmanuel Ayiku. I come from Canada. I represent the Ghana Community newspaper in Canada. My purpose here, coming here, is to cover the event and send it to our community in Canada, Toronto. I've been running the newspaper for about 20 years. I'm the editor and the publisher. So I'm a friend to Ahmadiyya Muslim in Toronto. He was in Toronto 2 years ago. I met him, and he's a champion of peace. And today, what I was happy about is that he threw a challenge to the world leaders to join him to promote peace, which I really like about that.
My name is Mustafa Ano. I live in London, and I'm Ahmadi by birth. So I invited my friend to come and witness. And this is the first time he has come here. And then the message, we always listen to our beloved spiritual leader, that we need to spread peace. Because the world, there are so many divisions and so many hatred. And that wouldn't take us. So it's better we all come across, whether you are Muslims, Christians, whether you worship God or you don't worship God, we should live in peace. We should respect each other, as he has said. Without that, there will be chaos.
Oh, okay, yes, because there's a good friend of mine, so he invited me to this peace symposium, so I said, why not? You know, we all need peace in the world, so if you can come together, it doesn't matter whether like you said, you were a Christian, Muslim, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is we all need to be peaceful, and we are all seeking one thing, that is to be peaceful. If you look at all the religion across the world, every single religion is spreading peace, so why not? So, if it is for peace, of course, that's why I accepted and I'm saying, I'm coming in.
Good evening, I'm Lance Sergeant Rob Jones from the 1st Battalion Welsh Guards, representing the British Army. It's the first time I've been invited here to Morden for this event. It's been a very good event, very welcoming, and it's great to see the push for peace.
And it's part of my learning experience to learn about other cultures and other religions and implement that within the university structure there. And I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far. The underlying message, which has been about working together, has been really good. I would definitely come next year if I'm available completely. Yeah,
it's really good to be here, and it's really important, I think, that this event continues to have the success that it has and continues for many more years. 15 years it's been going now, and the message that it does send and the opportunity that it presents to bring all members of all communities and nationalities together with one single hope.
Со оглед на важноста на настанот, меѓу гостите на симпозиумот имаше и високи владени представници од земјата домакин, но и од странски држави.
My name is Dr. Mustafa Abdelhamid. I am the Minister of Information of the Republic of Ghana. Of course, I'm sure you know that Ghana is in Africa and in West Africa. This is my first time attending the Peace Symposium, and I'm very impressed. I'm very excited, especially about the keynote address of the worldwide leader of the Ahmadiyya movement. He's touched on a very important subject for me, which cuts across religions. He says that if we can remove hatred from our hearts and replace it with compassion, there will be peace on earth. In other words, you don't need to be Christian or Muslim or Hindu or Buddhist to be peaceful. You need compassion to be peaceful, and we can be compassionate towards one another and understand one another without necessarily becoming each other's religion. Are you following me? All we need to do is to understand that you have a right to belong to your religion and I have a right to belong to my religion. So I think that the message was good, and again, I've gotten to meet many people. Now I know a journalist from Macedonia and all of that. So it really means that the objective of the symposium has been achieved, and I'm happy to be here. Maybe every other year I'll try and come.
Hello, my name is Alois Seidel. I'm from Austria, from Vienna. So I got invited here from my Ahmadiyya friends in Vienna because I'm interreligious, also very active, Christian style. And I have many good friends, Ahmadiyya group. I appreciate them because I think there is like a reform for Islam. I see it very positive. They invited us here, they paid for everything, so it's nice to be here. Nice atmosphere, I must say, it's very good meeting. And you feel the atmosphere here, the people are kind of happy. It's a good spirit, a little bit hope. I expected a little bit more, but it's good to be here. No? And especially in Vienna, we are used to have these interreligious gatherings. We have the United Nations, so we are used to that. And I hope I can come home enriched. It was good to be here.
Joana Leitão from Portugal. I'm a journalist, and it's the first time in here, and I think this is an important event for me in my specific case. It's important because I don't know that Muslims have a community so united and they do so many things about peace to make the peace. It is it is a surprise for me. So many people together in so many countries to stop the violence and do anything to the future, our future, and next generation's future. And it's very good. For me, it's a kind of inspiration.
किरण बदस्त जो निकलेंगे काफिले उसके किरण बदस्त जो निकलेंगे
15-тиот мировен симпозиум во Велика Британија заврши со желба за повторно среќавање на следниот ваков настан до година во истото време. При тоа беше испратена пораката дека постојано треба да работиме и да ги поттикнуваме луѓето во сите делови на светот, без разлика дали се богати или сиромашни, мокни или угнетени, верски или нерелигиозни, да работат за мирот и правдата за сите.
जलेंगे वक्त के